Dear friends, I'm a doctor just like Ahmad Djalali. It's been 9 years that he's not able to fulfill his function as a doctor, to do science, that's what he loves to do, to be with his family, that's the most important thing. And you know, I know, he's innocent, and the strange thing is, everybody knows he's innocent. He didn't do anything wrong. He helps people, he helps patients, he helps the health system in his country and in the whole world. The whole world knows he's innocent. Our politicians know it, even the Iranian officials, they know it. He didn't do anything. So there's only one thing to do, that is free him and bring him home. Thank you.
Since my detention in the Evin prison, the United Nations Human Rights Council and special rapporteurs have described my detention as arbitrary, as a result of forced confession, fabricated allegation, and unfair trial. Also, the United Nations human rights expert stated there is no word to describe Ahmad Djalali's mistreatment in Iran other than torture. Multiple similar resolutions have been passed by EU Parliament, in particular one in July 2020, as the case of Ahmad Djalali in Iran. Besides, Amnesty International has called for my release and declared me as a hostage in June 2022. Then asked Belgian and Swedish governments to file a charge against Iran at the international courts, referring to the United Nations Convention 1979. In all these actions and requests by organizations, human rights activists, and millions of people, the message is the same: my immediate and unconditional release. Furthermore, the European Union and Swedish officials were called to act strongly to secure my release. Unfortunately, nothing effective has been done yet, making me believe that the European Union and Swedish officials don't care about my life and the requests of the United Nations, European Union, and human rights entities. I want to emphasize the psychological torture that my wife and children have suffered during past 9 years. In particular, in November 2020, when I was taken to isolation in preparation for execution and kept there 5 months without any contact with my family. The aim of that ruthlessness was to mount pressure on Belgian government during the trial of Mr. Assadi in Belgium. Another brutal time was in May 2022, when Iranian officials and media started a huge propaganda against me and made a deadline to execute me. Its reason was again the trial of Mr. Nouri in Stockholm. That cruel event lasted a month, what Iranian officials called a revenge for the fault of Sweden. In both events, I was used as a bargaining chip, but I was left behind ruthlessly and discriminatively during swap of Assadi and Nouri with Belgian and Swedish prisoners in Iran. 9 years living in such inhuman condition has led to several diseases, including failure of heart function, gastritis and intestinal disorders, gallbladder stones, severe weight loss, vision disorders, severe and continuous headaches, loss of my teeth, skin problems, and general weakness. Indeed, I am at my breaking point. 3,288 days of suffering and being under risk of execution showed the inefficacy of words and condemnation. Termination of a torture-like condition needs a real and joint action by European Union and Swedish officials. Otherwise, if I die here, either due to execution or illness, the officials who were careless and neutral about my situation over all these years and left me behind when were able to return me home are also responsible in my death. Regards, Ahmed Reza Djalali, Evin Prison, Tehran, April 2025.
Cell, at the risk of being executed actually every day. 9 years kept from his family, 9 years kept from being a medical doctor, of being a professor, and of being a father to his children. It is immensely important that we show up today and that we raise our voice once again for his freedom, because pressure, public pressure, speaking up, showing up, raising our voice, it's, on the one hand, it's protecting the life of Ahmad Reza. If we would not be speaking up, if he would be forgotten, he would be at even greater risk of being executed and dying in an Iranian cell. So it's important for him to try to protect him. But it's even more important to really insist on the Iranian authorities, but also our own authorities in Belgium, the other European countries, to do as much as they can to secure his release. We do believe, we are grateful for all the efforts, but we do believe our authorities can and must do more. Belgium should bring up his case time and again at every bilateral and multilateral contact with Iran and also about Iran. They should increase cooperation with other countries, in the first place with Sweden, and we really insist that Sweden also increases the efforts for Ahmad Reza. Ahmad Reza being a Swedish-Iranian citizen, but also an EU and Swedish citizen. Sweden can do more, speaking out publicly for his release, insisting that he gets medical treatment, insisting that he can return to Sweden. So this pressure, the speaking up, is hugely important. And finally, it's also hugely important to show solidarity for Ahmad Reza himself, who knows that we are not forgetting him, who knows we are taking action, and it's incredibly important for him to just keep going. And it's also incredibly important for the brave person next to me, which I think we all welcome.
First, I want to say thank you for all of you in this weather gathering and have a solidarity with us. And also thank you so much for Amnesty for working for 9 years with me and my family, and always they support our family. And also Ahmad Reza colleagues is incredible in first we university and the director, and also Gerland always was a support. And I see a lot of face, they are familiar in Belgium to me, and always I remember and they always support Ahmad Reza. Ahmad Reza, as you know, is a scientist, is a doctor, is a researcher, but he stayed in prison for 9 years. It's unbelievable, but unfortunately he's a hostage in Iran, and hold him, and we suffer a lot there, during 9 years, and by Amnesty released a lot of statement, also EU Parliament, but still he is in the same page under this sentence. And today we are gathering in front of Iranian embassy, and our message is Iran should release Ahmad Reza. Ahmad Reza is an innocent man, is a father, and also he's a researcher. He should return to science community, and also he doesn't deserve this life. He stay in prison for 9 years, and they should release him immediately because his health situation is not good. He's suffering a lot of disease, as you hear his voice. And his statement, it was clear, Iran should release him, and I hope by help and support of Belgian government and also Swedish government and Italy, we were lived in Italy for 3 years. They support each other for release Ahmad Reza. Thank you so much.
Free Djalali! Free, free Djalali! Bring Djalali home! Bring Djalali home! Bring Djalali home! Bring Djalali home! Free Djalali! Free Djalali! Free Djalali! Free Djalali! Bring Djalali home! Bring Djalali home! Bring Djalali home! Bring Djalali home! Azadi! 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 Azadi Djalali! Azadi Djalali! Azadi! 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 Azadi Djalali! Azadi Djalali! Azadi! Azadi! Azadi!